This is the world's most dangerous and powerful point, 30 miles of strategic waterway. Controlling this tiny area means controlling the entire world, and blocking it could destroy the global economy. This point is called the Strait of Hormuz. Straits are narrow sections of the sea that connect two larger bodies of water. So what makes this 30-mile stretch so powerful and important? Around 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, and through these seas, about 80% of global trade occurs. At any given time, roughly 50,000 ships are crossing these waters. But unfortunately, passing through these straits isn't easy. Geography has created choke points here, and if any of these get blocked, the world economy will be severely affected. This actually happened in March 2021 when a cargo ship got stuck in the Suez Canal for 6 days, causing a $10 billion loss worldwide. There are other crucial maritime points around the world, such as the Panama Canal connecting the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, Cape of Good Hope controlling trade around the African continent, Strait of Gibraltar connecting the Mediterranean and Atlantic, Danish Straits controlling trade between the Baltic Sea and the North Sea, Turkish Straits connecting the Mediterranean and Black Sea, Strait of Malacca connecting the Pacific and Indian Oceans. But none of these are as dangerous and important as the Strait of Hormuz, and here's why. It's the only exit and entry point for the Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. This is the path through which almost all ships enter and leave the world. The Persian Gulf is crucial because 8 countries share its coastline: Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, and Oman. For 4 of these countries, the Strait of Hormuz is the only connection to the rest of the world. If you know even a little about the Middle East, you know the region is defined by its oil. Oil remains the largest energy source globally, with 33% of global energy consumption coming from petroleum. Whether through transportation, cars, trains, or ships, 70% of all energy in these sectors comes from oil. The key point: oil is found in very few places globally. These 8 countries in this circle collectively hold 50% of the world's oil reserves. And it doesn't stop there. They also hold 40% of global natural gas reserves. Natural gas is the 3rd largest energy source after oil and coal, and according to British Petroleum, Iran has the largest gas reserves in the world. So we can say that the Persian Gulf has more oil and natural gas than perhaps anywhere else on Earth. Currently, 15% of the world's energy supply comes from countries in the Persian Gulf, and there is no alternative route for this supply. But passing through this 30-mile area isn't easy. There are 8 islands that ships must avoid, 7 of which are controlled by Iran. Some islands were claimed by the UAE, but the Iranian military took control in 1970. Essentially, Iran controls most of this area. Certain areas are extremely deep, making navigation nearly impossible for tankers. Most of the oil passing through the Persian Gulf is exported to East Asia. 76% of this oil goes to just 5 countries. China, the world's 2nd largest economy and largest petroleum importer, nearly half of its petroleum imports pass through this strait. Japan, the 2nd largest economy, importing 100% of its energy, with 80% of that coming through this 30-mile choke point. India, the 6th largest economy, importing 70% of its oil and 50% of its gas through the Persian Gulf. South Korea, the 10th largest economy, importing 70% of its oil via the strait. If this 30-mile waterway were blocked for a long period, the 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 10th largest economies would collapse. Persian Gulf countries would lose their main source of revenue, triggering a global economic crisis. This is why the Strait of Hormuz is the most dangerous and important choke point in the world. All global superpowers keep a close eye on it. The U.S. has established multiple military bases in the UAE, Oman, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain to monitor Iran and ensure smooth oil supply. On the other hand, Iran has repeatedly threatened to block the strait in case of war. If that happens, not only would the global economy suffer, but it could also potentially trigger World War III. If you found this video interesting, like it and subscribe to the channel. Share your suggestions in the comments. We have many more fascinating topics coming up. Take care and see you in the next video. If you want, I can also make a shorter, punchier version suitable for a YouTube video script in English, while keeping all the important facts intact. This is usually better for viewer